Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Laurel Webb and I am a writer in progress. Today I'm doing a bit of a crazy writing experiment. I have the Brandon Sanderson lecture series up. In particular, I have the guest lecture from Mary Robinette, in which she goes through the process, or her process, of writing short stories. And I've watched it before, but I didn't actually follow along and do the writing. But I want to actually do the writing this time. So I am going to follow along with the video, and I am going to write a little something, and hopefully it's not so terrible and I'm willing to share it at the end of this. That part is yet to be seen. For now, I'm going to get started on watching this video and I will update you in a moment. Alright, so I just got through her opening speech, explaining all about the nesting mice. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, then you should definitely watch it. The milieu inquiry character and event bit, and it was very useful once again. So if you have seen it, then I recommend watching it again because it's worth a second go. And now I'm getting on to the actual writing bit. So the first little mini assignment is to, in 3 minutes and 3 sentences, establish the who, where, and genre. And she has assigned each one to work with, and yeah, I might take more than 3 minutes. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, I don't think it was 3 minutes. Actually, looking at the camera, it was about 3.5 minutes, so pretty close. But I got my 3 sentences. I'm not dissatisfied with them. On to the next little bit. Next little bit is to introduce the conflict using 2 sentences in hopefully 2 minutes of writing time. Introduce what the character wants and why they want it. That's one thing. What they want and why, and what is the barrier keeping them from it. Here I go. 2 minutes to write the next little bit. Got a little stuck on that one. I think I took more like 3 minutes instead of the 2 I was supposed to. But I got 2 sentences. It's kind of a stretch. It's more like 4 sentences because it's 2 lines of dialogue plus 2 dialogue tags. But I'm gonna count it. On to the next bit. Now have 5 minutes to write 5 sentences of try-fail cycle, which is yes, but, or no, and. My character does not manage to get what they want, in short. So here we go. 5 sentences and 5 minutes. it'll have to do. That was more than 5 minutes, less than 5 sentences, at least depending on how you're counting them. And I can't say I'm super happy with it. But maybe this is just my own try-fail sequence, and in a moment I am going to try and succeed. It could happen. Now we are closing. So instead of the try-fail cycle, which is what I just wrote, I am about to write a try-succeed cycle so that my character can succeed in what he's trying to do. 5 sentences and 5 minutes again. Maybe I'll have better luck this time than last time. Alright, I think I may have done more than 5 sentences. I'm not counting, but I did it in less than 5 minutes. So I guess that is a positive trade-off, I think. And that is just about the end. I know that I believe there's one last section to do in this video, but almost there. As suspected, it is wrapping up. The end is supposed to be 3 sentences to mirror the 3 opening sentences to wrap up any questions that were opened at the beginning and reestablish the character and genre and what's that thing called? The who, the where, and the mood of the story. So that's what I am going to do now. 3 sentences in hopefully 3 minutes to wrap up this flash fiction. Alright, it's wrapped up. Again, I'm not super satisfied with it, but I think in this kind of situation, writing in front of a camera, you're never really going to be satisfied with what you come up with. I'm not unhappy with it. We'll put it that way. I'm going to watch the wrap-up on the video, and then I will share my little flash fiction with you. Give me a minute, though. Some really excellent stuff there, and honestly, I'll probably rewatch that whole thing. I foresee it being useful multiple times over because I got new things out of it this time that I didn't get the first time through, and I will probably get new things out of it if I watch it a 3rd or a 4th time. But yeah, it's good stuff. If you haven't seen it, then you should check it out. It's listed as lecture number 7 short stories in the Brandon Sanderson, all of his BYU lectures. You know how to find them. Anyway, here is my flash fiction, which ended up being 270 words instead of the 250 it was supposed to be. But oh well. The given genre was sci-fi. The who was a jockey, though she didn't specify what type of jockey. and the wear was coaster. Again, she didn't specify what type or anything other than coaster. So here's my 270-word flash fiction about a science fiction jockey on or near or in a coaster. 3 curses exploded out of Eilish in quick succession as the mechanical dragon lurched under him. Broken pieces from the launch coaster flew past, narrowly missing his face and ricocheting from one side of his race lane to another. He could see the other jockeys springing ahead with ease as his own mount spun perilously downward. Losing altitude, his dragon's voice warned him. Pull up soon or you will be disqualified from the race. Not to mention we're about to crash, Eilish shouted back, tugging ineffectively at the controls. MD-17, run diagnostic. Why aren't the controls working? The automatic launch controls have been disconnected, the dragon answered in an infuriatingly calm voice, considering the speed at which the ground was spinning up to meet them both. Eilish tried to gauge how long he had before crossing the critical line when a fatal crash became inevitable. Not long at all, he knew. Saying a prayer to every mechanical god he knew of, Eilish clasped the manual controls, hoping that they were still connected, knowing there was no option C. The dragon gave a small shudder under him. Engaging flight thrusters, the dragon said. Eilish clenched his teeth against the nausea caused by the sudden swing upward and back toward the racetrack. The manual controls ran fine, and Eilish thanked his stars that the saboteur hadn't thought to disconnect them as well. The dragon gained speed and altitude, but still trailed far behind the other racers. At least they would live to race another day, though, and Eilish had learned to never start a race without checking all of the systems first. So there we have it. Mechanical dragon riding jockeys, racing, and crashing. Oh my. Thank you so much for watching today. My name is Laurel Webb. I'm a writer in progress. I hope that you are safe, and I hope that you're writing. Goodbye.